done deal. The U.S. celebrates the release of Americans freed in a prisoner swap with Russia, among them Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich and Paul Whelan, a corporate security executive from Michigan. Both men had been convicted of espionage charges, which the U.S. considered baseless. President Joe Biden addressed the development today from the state dining room, calling it a very good afternoon. White House correspondent Owen Jensen reports. Owen.
Tracy, good evening to you. President Joe Biden also said today deals like this one come with tough calls, and there are never any guarantees.
President Joe Biden, with the families of those now freed standing behind him, discusses the U.S. and Russia completing their biggest prisoner swap in post-Soviet history.
Today we're bringing home Paul, Evan, also Vladimir. 3 American citizens and 1 American green card holder. All 4 have been imprisoned unjustly in Russia.
The president calling it an incredible relief for all the families.
Moments ago, the families and I were able to speak to them on the telephone from the Oval Office. They're out of Russia. Earlier today, they were flown to Turkey, and soon they'll be wheels up on their way home to see their families.
Evan Gershkovich, arrested in March of 2023 while on a reporting trip to the Ural Mountains, and Paul Whelan, detained in December 2018 after traveling to Russia for a wedding. The swap, part of a multinational deal that set some 24 people free, followed years of secretive back-channel negotiations.
This deal would not have been made possible without our allies. Germany, Poland, Slovenia, Norway, and Turkey, they all stepped up. And they stood with us.
Later in the press briefing room, the U.S. National Security Advisor became emotional when he spoke about the prisoner swap.
I spent a lot of time with the families of Evan and Paul and Alsu, and most of the time, as you can imagine, those are tough conversations. But not today. Today, excuse me. Today was a very good day.
But the release of Americans comes at a price. Russia secured the freedom of its own nationals convicted of serious crimes in the West. Russia getting back Vadim Krasikov, who was convicted in Germany in 2021 of killing a former Chechen rebel in a Berlin park 2 years earlier.
It is difficult to send back a convicted criminal to secure the release of an innocent American. And yet, sometimes the choice is between doing that and consigning that person basically to live out their days in prison in a hostile foreign country.
Now, President Biden also said in his speech that as of today, his administration has brought home more than 70 Americans who were wrongfully detained and held hostage abroad. Now, later tonight, he and the Vice President will welcome home the freed Americans at Joint Base Andrews. At the White House, Owen Jensen, EWTN News Nightly.